Breaking ball is ripped to left field, heading towards the seats, and that ball is gone. It carries out of here. Hellickson hangs a breaking ball, and Pujols hits it out. And there's home run 609 for Albert Pujols.
That was Albert Pujols tonight at Camden Yards, starting the scoring. There was 10 home runs in that game. Manny Machado had 3. Albert had the first, and for him in his career...
I scored around the bunt at one point in the fourth. I think it went out of the yard.
609 for Albert in his career. He ties Sammy Sosa on the all-time list.
Wow.
8th all-time. 609 career home runs. That is the most any foreign-born player has hit in big league history. 609. You see the others born outside the United States with 500 plus, but Sosa and Pujols the only born outside the U.S. with 600 plus, both at 609. Albert's still playing. He's going to pass that number and own the record himself. Is it fair to say that Albert is the best foreign-born player the game has ever seen?
I think it's fair. I think it's definitely fair. Let's work through this with me, okay?
Let's do this. It's a fun little...
On that list, I think the only one you can even say is even close is Manny Ramirez.
Agree.
And there's a little question, not even question, of how he got to that point.
I'm taking Albert over Manny.
Me too. Okay, so that wipes out that list.
Okay.
I'm going to throw some other names out at you. Ichiro, Roberto Clemente, Pedro Martinez, and Mariano Rivera.
Now
we've got a 5 we can discuss. Now we've got
conversation.
Now we've got a royal flush of incredible non-American players that have completely shaped the game that they played.
When I was posed this topic and this question, I immediately said no, Roberto Clemente. And I never saw Roberto Clemente play, but I know the stature that he carries in the game.
Right.
I went and looked up his numbers. Obviously, the 3,000 career hits. We know he wasn't the power hitter, certainly, that Pujols was.
317
but a
career
317
average.
That's going to be better than Pujols,
Only
especially the way his is
240
diving.
total home runs, so it just wasn't the same type of home run game we see now.
Go on that baseball reference page and look at the gold gloves that he won in his career.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
He won like 15 straight gold gloves. The guy had a cannon in the outfield. Now, what surprises me...
12
gold gloves.
Yeah.
What surprised me, Pujols has more stolen bases than Clemente. I always figured Clemente was a good athlete.
You look at Clemente's body type. He's a little more wiry. That's why you figure, okay, 240 career home runs. A little more effective in the running game, but not as much.
That's what dropped it for me. And the career WAR, Albert Pujols in 17 seasons has a higher career WAR than Clemente put up in 18 seasons.
And Albert's still adding to it.
I think the real conversation, Ichiro, if he would have played his whole career in the majors, I would give it to Ichiro.
I agree.
His major league career.
I'm ready to put Albert over Ichiro because we lost some of the best years that would have added to the resume and the argument of why Ichiro is better than Albert. We don't get that. That was in the J League, so we'll keep it to Pedro.
To me, Pedro's the one who makes it an interesting conversation.
He's Sandy Koufax of our generation.
I do think Pedro Martinez is one of the 2 or 3 best pitchers to ever play in Major League Baseball. I don't know if Pujols is one of the 2 or 3 best players, position players, to ever play in Major League Baseball.
I'll give it to Pedro. I think Mo is in there as well. Those 3 guys are the 3 I'd put forward as the best foreign-born players of all.